What's up, Coach Fryer here. Listen, I've helped tens of thousands of entrepreneurs just like you to go out and learn how to organically crush social media to grow or scale their business. And today, I'm going to share with you a simple social media engagement phenomenon that I see happening right now. Stay tuned. Now, before I dig in, if you're brand new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to my office. Welcome to my channel. Do yourself a big favor and hit the subscribe button somewhere around this video. Every single Tuesday morning, I release a brand new YouTube training. They're short, they're sweet, they're to the point. You're not going to be sitting here for hours, and I hope and pray that you're going to get a ton of value from them. And also, if you think others might benefit, feel free to share this YouTube link out with your friends. Now, let's dig in. All right, now listen closely. Today, I'm super fired up because I'm going to share with you the two hottest posts that you can make on social media today, right? To maximize and explode your engagement. I've been seeing some trends over the last several months, and I really feel that if you implement what it is I'm about to teach you, it could absolutely explode your engagement. And we all know that increased engagement equals more trust. More trust equals more opportunities for you to share your product, your service, your business, whatever that might be. So let's go ahead and dig in. Now, I'm sharing this from example. Over the last 6, 7, 8 months, I've been altering my social strategy just a little bit and have noticed something really compelling, right? Okay, and I'm about to share with you the two types of posts I've been making more of that I think you can adopt, literally start implementing right after this video and see an increased engagement on your social channels. So let's go ahead and dig into the first type of post. Number one, an empathetic post, right? I want to give you the definition for the word empathy, right? Listen closely. This means the ability to understand and share feelings of another or self. Now, this is really powerful. Now, this video was made in the year 2020, and I know it hasn't been the easiest year for a lot of folks, but here's what I've come to learn and come to understand is that if you can show up a little bit differently in your content, if you can express empathy with all that's going on in the world, whether it be physically, financially, emotionally, spiritually, that people are struggling with, that they're dealing with right now. Again, we're not talking about, making posts about sob stories, but we're talking about in your language, in your posts, in your videos, if you can find a way to connect on an even deeper level with your audience and showing empathy, understanding for what they might be going through or what the last few months has put them through, I think that this is going to drastically increase your level of engagement. So here's a simple formula. I want to give you a few ideas. I suggest making two types of empathy-driven posts each and every week. I also suggest focusing on each of those posts. Focus on just one feeling, one emotion, one thing that maybe you can relate to, that you can share with your audience, and that you can express that you understand where they're coming from. You understand the feelings and maybe some of the hardships that they're going through, and maybe inspire them with your words of how you climbed out of it or things that you're doing to overcome some of these things, right? Okay? I think that in a nutshell, expressing and being open and vulnerable and expressing your complete and genuine understanding that, you know what, hey, I'm going to sit here and tell you, we're all going through this, right? I made a post just last week over on Facebook about some of the mental battles that I have personally been having with all this going on in the world around us. You know what I'm saying? I won't get into too many details here, but you can go check out that post if you want. Okay, but just by saying that in one of my last posts and even in a recent video, more and more people started to open up to me, right? Because I was expressing some empathy to the situation that all of us are currently going through. Was that pretty powerful? Was that helpful? I really feel that if you can get a stronghold on expressing more of your feelings and such moving forward, I think that it's going to be really, really powerful and really, really helpful for you in when it comes to increasing your overall engagement. Now, the second type of post to finish up this video, again, short, sweet, to the point, let's dig in. The second type of post that I feel can drastically explode your engagement today is a storytelling type of post. So number one, you've got an empathetic post, or something that's revolved around expressing empathy. The second type of post is a storytelling post. Now sure, these could be two separate types of posts, but heck, you can even weave them into one if you'd like, but for the sake of this video, we're gonna separate them out. So number two, a storytelling post. I suggest 1 to 2 storytelling, like a long-tailed type of post every single week. In that storytelling post, you should start that post with addressing a problem, a pain point, a challenge, something that's got you hung up or got you stuck, right? Something of that nature. That's what's going to grab the attention of your potential reader and say, oh my gosh, I'm also struggling with this. I'm also facing a similar challenge, right? That's going to draw your reader in. So starting with the problem, and then in the midst of your post, talking about your personal story, okay, and how this came about, or how this challenge came about, or how this obstacle all of a sudden appeared, or whatever it might be, right? Okay. And then in the third part of your post, allude to how you overcame that challenge. That way you're going to inspire the person who's reading it. So they're sitting there reading your post like, oh my gosh, I too am struggling with this. And then they're reading your story. They're like, oh my gosh, I can totally connect with this person. And then at the end, you share a tip or two of how you overcame that struggle, that problem. That's going to help just pull that reader in. That's going to help you earn more of their trust. That's going to encourage them to like, comment, maybe even share your post. And more importantly, engage on a lot of your future posts, right? Okay. Now, if you don't have a certain story yourself, you could use your story, or you could leverage the story of somebody else. That's totally cool. Here's one other additional bonus tip. In the midst of this long tail type of post, I know what you're thinking. Well, Coach Fryer, I don't read those long, huge 16 paragraph types of posts. You might not, but so many people do, especially if the storyline and the storytelling sequence is really, really powerful. So here's one additional tip, okay? Please, when you make these storytelling types of posts, don't make one long, huge paragraph as your post. Somebody, looks at that and they immediately think, oh my gosh, I don't have time to read through all of this. It's like immediately it's emotionally overwhelming. You know what I'm saying? Like you're like, oh my gosh, it's a big, long, drawn out thing. It looks like one big chunk of words, and it's just overwhelming. People will just scroll right over that. But if you can leverage by separating your sentences, right? It's easier on the eyes to read. So a lot of my content, you'll see, I'll make a post and I'll say like, I'll start it off with like a sentence, and then I'll put ... and then I'll enter, and then ... and then continue the sentence, right? It's a lot easier for your reader to follow along. What do you think? Was today's video helpful? Awesome. Now let me ask you just a quick question before we finish up here today. Are you someone who is maybe needing some help when it comes to being more creative on social media? Maybe you're someone who's like, I'm not very good with words. I'm not very good at creating stories and telling stories. I'm not a very creative type of person, Coach Fryer. I struggle with creating content in general, or maybe even building my own brand. I'm just struggling with all of this. Well, if that is you, I want to share something really exciting with you. I want to encourage you today to consider checking out our Virtual Impact Academy. This is our group mentorship program where I do deep dives every single week on helping entrepreneurs just like you to be more creative, to learn how to create compelling content to help you grow and scale your name and your overall personal brand. And I'm doing something special right now for a limited time only. You can come check out our academy and get 100% complete full access for just $1 for the next 7 days. Come take a test drive. Click the link in the description below. Come check out the Virtual Impact Academy. I can't wait to not only welcome you in there, but to see if it's a good fit for you as well. And don't worry, Once you join, if you realize it's not a good fit for you, we're going to refund you your $1, no questions asked. Again, click the link down below in the comments. Come take a look at the Virtual Impact Academy. I can't wait to help you to become more creative, to create more compelling content, and to grow the business of your dreams. God bless you, your family, and your business. Let's prepare to impact. We'll see you next time.